Oh, everything is gone. You know what? Get BRB screened again anyways. Give me a second. I forgot that everything has to be put back in place. Oh no! I had to completely restart my computer. I cut all of my quality settings in half just to get this back up and running. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Okay. How about now? Will I appear? Please let me appear. I'm here. There I am. Hey, we're back. So the quality should look like shit, but at least the stream works, I think. Let's go here for a bit. I don't know what the hell is happening with the network. I don't know what the hell is happening to the stream quality. I'm more annoyed than I should be. Seems stable at the moment. Well, yeah, that's because I basically cut the bitrate and I cut the bitrate in half, and I set the video encoder to its lowest possible settings. It's probably on Twitch's side. Well, this is what we get for now. And this sucks because I actually had some fun things planned. But you know what? It's fine. This is actually the first time, well, one of the only times I've ever had to split a stream in two. But you know what? I poured myself some more vodka. We're here now. Thank you so much for staying along. It does actually mean a lot that y'all stuck around and not left. You know what can make it better? Taking a sip of vodka? Probably. Gambling? Probably. Continuing the story? Absolutely. Where were we? I'd split you in two. I can't believe you've done this. If only Leader and the others were here. Doing this by myself is a pain. Gasms bling. Blackjack and hookers, Lamau. We keep going. Fortunately, the virus is already doing its thing. A few more minutes and the ship's defense systems will be completely paralyzed. Maybe I can use this time to find the exact locations of the imprisoned dolls. Let me see. The database should be here, right? Ah, I found it. It's a blueprint of the ship's internal layout. And what are these next to it? Encrypted documents? Can't open them. Yeah, I'll just copy them all and worry about them later. I mean, that works. We can decrypt them later. Easy game. The hour hand on the room's clock has traveled quite some distance. Sound of the hard leather shoes on metal passives is audible through the door, accompanied by Carl's cursing. You useless bastard! Why did you make such a big fuss even though nothing happened? As the master of the Novalis, I order you to bring my mask forward right now! But, no buts! And I don't care what the backhand people have to say about it either! You will be getting the mask before father returns! Crap, that Carl guy's back. Copy progress is 97, 98. Then figures fly across the keyboard, her eye darting between the monitor and the door faster and faster. On just a little more! The progress bar fills with a beep! Lynn quickly closes the control terminal and takes a deep breath before quickly returning to her previous position. Just in time. Bruh. Carl storms in, then quickly glances around the room several times, but finds nothing amiss. Then he glares at Lynn. Are you awake? Protocol activated. Target identification module successfully loaded. Seeing Lynn wake up from offline status soothes Carl's frazzled nerves somewhat. Seriously, screw that old fart! He keeps messing up my plans! I was planning to work on tactics, but the situation has changed and it looks like we won't have time for that now. Our math has been brought forward! We're up next! As well, the virus should kick in around that time. Alright, I'll play with you then. Ignorant of Lynn's intentions, Carl takes a deep breath and then his confident smile returns to his face. Let's go! It's time we made our entrance! By the way, how's the stream quality? Hopefully it's not too bad, but this is the best I can do right now, given the circumstances. I hope it's at least watchable, because we're about to go gambling, and I'm gonna freaking freak out when we get Lind in the next two polls, because that's what's gonna happen. We are so close. If we don't get her this poll, which is likely we are going to get, it's a watchable. Awesome, thank God. Let's go gambling! We got her. Ladies and gentlemen, we finally got Lind. I am so happy. Lind has returned home. Let's get it. It's fine. The jiggling is cut in half, but I can see. Fair. Let's get this Lind. Retired nugget. Oh, dang it. Wow, immediately. Lindo de Ina. She bad. Yo! Yo, we got Lynn! Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to proudly present to you the one and only Lind. This is me. And what would Lind be without her candies? More like candies nuts fit in your mouth. Ha! That's it. That's the joke. You've been waiting a day for that joke. I've been waiting to tell that joke. You know, you could suck on candies nuts, but candies fit in your mouth? Check this shit out. What would Lynn be without her signature AA-12? But where's her AA-12 airsoft gun? Motherfucker, it's right here. Hold on. Something's not right. You see, the AA-12 comes with a box mag, but box mags are lame. We all know that you can't have an AA-12 without a proper drum mag that I put on upside down. Crap. Bro, that's a gun for sure. Listen. I love this thing so much. Holy crap. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have AA-12 added to our arsenal. I'll drink to that. That's big. This thing is so big and heavy. This is probably one of my heaviest airsoft guns, actually. This thing's over 10 pounds. This is... See, the AA-12 is a very large gun. And from what I understand it, the ATF practically retconned this thing from existence because no fun allowed. It's bullshit. I hate it. It's my favorite shotgun, but it's also a banned shotgun. So, it is what it is. Big and heavy pants grab. I'll show you pants grab. So these hot pants that came with the outfit, oh my god, they are tiny. I'm so glad that I'm Asian, otherwise I wouldn't be able to wear these. Very large and banned, of course it is. So, to give a few specs on the AA-12, it's a fully automatic 12 gauge shotgun that comes with a 20 round drum mag. It's very well-rounded. Thighs? Hope you like thighs. Holy crap. Yes, I put the box bag there on purpose. And by that I mean it was a complete accident. Holy crap. Oh yeah, well-rounded. You know what? I'll give the people what they want. So, we got AA-12 in half quality. Nice mag. Thanks, you too. But let's continue with AA-12, shall we? This airsoft AA-12. For those who don't know, this is the Tokyo Marui AA-12. It shoots 3 BBs at once, in fully automatic style, at 10 rounds per second, so that's 10 times 3, which is 30 rounds per second, which is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Pulls hairs to do voodoo magic? What did he mean by this? Excuse me, am I gonna have to test that full auto on you, good sir? In any case, I'm happy now. We got AA-12. And you know what? Let's head on back to the game. So, oh hey! We have both wives at once! We have Tater's wife! Very cool! Also, this drum mag is the perfect size. I could just leave it right here. I don't even need to use the strap. Go, Tater's wife! You got this! Hey, I wonder if I can hold it behind my head like that. Oh, that's a bad idea. Let's not do that. That is so heavy. This thing's so heavy and it's not even made of real metal! Ah! But it's fine. We got Lynn, but we did not get her gun, so we're gonna be pulling for the AA-12 as well later. So we still gamble. We're still gambling, don't you worry. Hey, it's my wife. Hey, I doubt it. Hey, look, an AA-12. See? We get the AA-12. Life is good. In fact, we're done with the box mag. Let's put that over here. God, I'm already drunk. But let's go ahead and get her to level 40. Oh, she puts it on. That's adorable. Let's get this AA-12 to level 40 so we could inspect her her dorm animations, shall we? And then we'll get her outfit and expect those later. But I want to finish the story today. Right now, all we're doing is important things that need to be done for the progression of the story. Trust. Bonk. God, I love that. Like, normally with a shotgun, you think it has limited capacity and is usually pump action. So one that can just go in succession is like, holy shit. Overwhelming firepower is the name of the game. I am reminded of FPS Rush's dual-wielding AA-12s video. And for better or for worse, this is the only AA-12 that I got. And I love it. Look at her bounce. She definitely has the bounce. Bounce this, pants. Grab these up. Do these even count as pants? Do hot pants count as pants? They're made of this weird synthetic leather stuff. It feels really cheap. And it feels like it's gonna come off at a moment's notice. But you know what? Maybe that's what you want. Wait, before we go then, we can finally free ourselves from the Florence jump scare. This is fine. Okay. Let's go look at the goods. Sorry, wife, this isn't about you. Where is she? Where's my AA-12? I passed her somewhere. I passed her again. I'm blind. Let's go one at a time. Not you, not you, not you, not you, not you, not you, not you. Does she not exist? Did she skip her door? Oh, there she is. Florence, come back. I need to stare at your eyes. She has a gun! Oh my god, she's literally me. She has a little, I love this. This is wonderful. And she's accurate. I love this. This is awesome. What else does she have? She listens. She listened to the radio. I didn't realize they still had radio in 2076. I love how she acts in her facial expressions. Yo, same. Okay, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. Hold on. Okay! I'm still Asian, it's fine. These pants are so tight. Holy crap. That was adorable, but I missed the first half. Let's do that again. She really likes her candies, nuts. Good stuff. We already saw the training, but let's see it again. And now she read. What'd she read? She fall asleep when reading. I remember back when my parents forced me to read as part of school. I would just fall asleep instead of reading, and I'd still pass the class. I am living proof that you do not need to do any assigned reading to pass school. Simple as. Let's finish her story. I didn't realize the AA-12 is going to be blocking half the text box. But it's okay. I can read. Oh god, we have to kill Krolwick. As the spotlight shine down, the clown's masks finally come off. Alright, do we get to kill a bitch? Let's go. Oh, wait a minute. Bang! The red doll easily evades the last shot. The blue doll loses its other arm and stumbles back, its neck spewing sparks. Stream sparks. Let me take another sippy, because we're about to get rowdy. The red doll lunges forward, swinging her sword at the blue doll's vitals and delivering a fatal blow. In the next moment, the blue doll keels over, and the red doll ruthlessly stomps her underfoot. With the battle decided, the roars from the audience grow louder and louder, waves of sound echoing inside the compartment. Finish him! Target destruction command. Load complete. Yeet! The red doll drives her hand into the blue doll's chest, and with a burst of strength, she rips out her opponent's still glowing heart. Oh shit. There's a crunch of electronic components splintering, and then the area is filled with deafening screams. I'll give her a complete load. You stop that. In response to the audience's cries, the red doll raises the fragments of her opponent's heart into the air. Then she turns and vanishes backstage. Well, damn. Leader, what's the purpose of bringing all those dolls aboard this ship? Just so they can be thrown into this underground arena. I can't accept this. This is too much. How could something like this happen? I didn't expect the people behind the doll arenas to still be going strong. Looks like that crackdown operation from back then didn't get rid of them. What do you mean by crackdown operation? Were there places like this before? Yes, you sweet summer child. Yes, I heard that doll arenas like these used to be really popular in green zones for a while. Back then, they were run by mobsters, and the purchase, modification, and smuggling of dolls on the black market was very common. Damn. You know, having a very strong emotional attachment to the dolls, it hurts, honestly. I do not like this. But ever since StatSec began their doll arena crackdown operation in 2067, such organizations began to decline. The government began strengthening regulation of the use of tactical dolls. From the looks of things, they're back. They just fled to the border between the green and yellow zone. They fled to the border. God damn it. So those jerks from back then are walking around without a care in the world now? This isn't right! We can't be sure. Perhaps the monsters were replaced by the Gerard group. Perhaps both sides reached an agreement and split the profits. I don't know. Listen. Right now, I hate clankers. However, give it 50 years, and when we get T-dolls like this, and if I'm somehow still alive in 50 years, I'm gonna be rooting for them. It's gonna be great. The AI robot girl takeover is gonna happen someday, and I'm all for it. Let it happen. In fact, I'll support it. Something, glory to mankind, something, to be, can you do a flip? You hate Clanker because they ain't made of TPE and have heating systems. I don't know what that TPE, wait. Tisk Puff Ain. Not quite it. This ain't it, Chief. But the heating systems, listen, any clanker is an innate heating system because, as we know, electronics, they generate heat, right? Can you imagine how warm the T-doll is? It's basically as good as a woman's touch, if not warmer, because of the amount of electronics required and the coolant circulating through them. Soft like silicone made to mimic titty skin. If I was into titties, I would baseball that. Anyway, the one thing we do know is that the people in charge of the arena now are the Gerard group, with their massive influence, power, and resources. Baseball, huh? The casino above us. No, should I say, this entire cruise liner exists for the sake of this underground doll arena. It's not underground, it's under the surface of the ocean, because literally below sea level, they're on a cruise liner in their basement 1, meaning they're literally underwater. It's an underwater arena. I'm not gonna think about that too much. QJ looks towards the ring. Nice ring. Workers are clearing up the doll wreckage from the arena. The sight makes QJ's voice more somber. There's no telling how many dolls have suffered like that in this place. We're lucky to be able to live under the protection of Griffin, but we simply don't know enough about the dark side of civilized society. Listen. Civilized society is a fucking facade. And I mean that, like, as somebody who's undiagnosed but pretty sure, I feel like every bit of society is built on lies. And I mean that, and I'm drunk enough to say that. It's okay, I put on the drunk tag for the stream, we're good. You going down the black pill hole? I've been on the black pill hole. Why do you think I have plans to buy Flugelhorn on Black Friday? Don't quote me on that. I love this pouty face. I said it before and I say it again. This pouty face is the fucking male fantasy. And if you disagree with that, then you've never had a girlfriend pout at you in a very cute way. It changes you, I'll tell you that. Now that you mention it, since this cruise is for members only, all the people it serves are definitely wealthy or powerful, right? Maybe Gerard uses places like these to gain political leverage over them. Correct. I'm sure there are many deeply hidden dealings here that we haven't discovered yet. Also, I am really drunk, holy shit. It's a good thing I have Gatorade, I hardly know Gatorade. I've been told Gatorade is really good to drink, especially with vodka. So, bottoms up, Sailor. We got VTuber Piss Flavor Gatorade. Let's go. I've pout that doesn't last long. I mean, the pout really never lasts long, and that's the beauty of it. The best things in this world don't last. Just kidding. Musical instruments have withstood the test of time. And honestly, I'm all for it. I'm becoming a real fake musician. I'm drunk enough to let it slip that I have been fake commissioned to make a jingle animation. Well, an animation BGM jingle for one of the streamers that I follow. I won't say who. But one of their fans reached out as a fan project. They put together this animation as like a screen transition for them. But they also want a musical jingle. And they want me to do it. And I'm like, holy shit. Okay. So I sent them a bunch of trumpet samples, and they're like, nah. It wasn't the best received, but I did receive some positive feedback on some of it. I plan on working on it more as the time goes on. It's not a rush, but I'm just surprised somebody thinks of my musical capabilities highly enough to be like, hey, you want to participate in this little fan project I'm trying to do? Because I know that we both really, really, really like this streamer. Which, yes, I do. In fact, I believe that this streamer that I'm talking about, that I will not name on purpose, is going to be my most watched streamer of 2025. Just like they were my most watched streamer of 2024. And by saying that, I've told you who that streamer is. But if you don't know that, skill issue. Let's play the video game. Damn it! I wish I could reveal all their bad deeds to the world. That won't change anything. Just because you expose something, people will be like, oh, that's terrible. Anyways, let's keep scrolling on our phone. It's like, fuck off. Change doesn't happen that easily. Also, holy crap, this vodka is really strong. I mean, 40% vodka. Like, yes, it's vodka. Yes, I like hard drinks. Yes, I underestimate the potency of alcohol every time I drink it. We're gonna be here a while. Don't you dare think that there's not much stream time left. We are gonna be going for quite a while. This stream tonight, like I said, we're streaming long tonight. Joke's on you. My volume on my game's too high and I didn't hear anything you just said. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that they need to bring back the AA-12. This thing fucks. And I mean that in the STD kind of way, where it spreads and it's not great for humanity. Just kidding. Yes, it is. And here's why. Flugelhorns. That's why. So, you know what? Fuck it. We're going back to this screen because he got me talking about flugelhorns again. So, flugelhorns, right? They're beautiful instruments. I love them. I want a flugelhorn. My concern is that a flugelhorn mouthpiece and a trumpet mouthpiece are completely different. And the way that you play a flugelhorn while the fingerings are the same, the sound is different. And I want that mellow, beautiful, dark, deep, gigantic bell sound of a flugelhorn. That's why I really want one. My tiny-ass trumpet that I play every day for trumpet practice, yes, it's great. I'm a trumpet player. But I've been listening to Chuck Mangione lately. Rest in peace, Chuck Mangione. Oh my god. Now, hot as fuck take. While yes, Feels So Good is an incredible song. It's a great song. Do not get it twisted in any way. Feels So Good by Chuck Mangione. Mwah! Chef's kiss. It is a wonderful time. However, I listened to one of his live shows at work. I just put it on my bone conductor headphones, you know the ones, and holy shit. That man plays the flugelhorn better than I can play the trumpet. Like, it's not even fucking close. The way he can produce such a clear tone on an instrument that's harder to produce a clear tone on compared to what I'm capable of, he's a fucking legend, I'll tell you what. And anyone who disagrees with me is objectively wrong. Oh my god. It's good shit, I'll tell you what. And while I may never be able to play a flugelhorn or even just my regular trumpet at that level, I actually tried playing some of his songs. The sheet music exists. Of course it does. And don't get me wrong, while yes, I can hit the notes most of the time, it doesn't sound the same. I cannot produce the premium creme de la mime tonal quality that comes with mastery of breath pressure and mouthpiece discipline that Chuck Mangione can do with his flugelhorn. And it's all like, well, fuck me, I guess. It just doesn't sound the same. I remember freaking when I'm at the racetrack, right? And I do my pre-race, when they line up on the starting grid, I do the horse race fanfare. You know that one. But the way I do it, I try to put my heart into it. Like, and there's sometimes I miss the mark completely. Like one of the races, it was one of the qualifying stints. Don't worry, it didn't really matter much. I completely botched it. And like, the flag bearer couldn't help but laugh. And I'm all like, yeah, I messed that up, my bad. But then for the race, fucking nailed it. And he's all like, that's what I'm talking about. Like after waving the green flag, he turned around to look at me like, that's the stuff. I fucking love doing that for the racetrack. Basically what I'm trying to say, flugelhorns are really big, and I'm not sure if I can handle that. I'm fucking tiny. Like, look at this. This is a 1-to-1 scale AA-12, almost. Almost. It's almost 1-to-1 scale. It doesn't weigh as much. It's 10 fucking pounds. A little more than that, actually. And if I fill up the drum mag, it's gonna be even more. By the way, for those curious, this Airsoft drum mag holds 3,000 BBs. It's about that lung capacity. Yes, but actually no. Lung capacity is half the battle. Knowing how to use your diaphragm and exert the proper breath pressure for the notes you're playing, as well as being accustomed to your mouthpiece. That's the key to being able to play a brass instrument well. You won't appreciate the intricacies of brass playing until you've tried it. And only then do you realize, holy shit. And that's why I respect jazz legends like Chuck Mangione and freaking John Coltrane. Wait, he's a sax player, never mind. Freaking Miles Davis, there we go, holy crap. Swimming and scuba is good to expand? Yes, the problem is, I shouldn't swim. It's not that I can't swim, it's that I shouldn't swim, and here's why. I have a skin condition, right? And if I'm submerged in liquid, whether it's water or chlorinated water for too long, the skin, especially the skin in my feet, don't get any weird ideas. Now I'm a VTuber that mentioned feet, jingle jingle. It just sucks the oil right out, and my skin gets all cracked and peely and bloody and disgusting, and it's awful. Oh god, we got feet. You want feet? Fuck it. Here. Enjoy while it lasts. There's your fucking feet. Anyway. So, basically what I'm trying to say is that I have other ways of working lung capacity. Can't you just cover yourself in olive oil? What would that accomplish? It would just come out in the water anyway. Like, water and oil don't mix. When I'm swimming through the water, the oil's just gonna separate from me. That's the same way as the skin oil. That's... I don't... It's fine. But yeah. Your boy wants a flugelhorn. And I'm just waiting for a Black Friday deal on a good flugelhorn, and I'm gonna pounce on that shit. However, if no Black Friday or holiday deal comes up for a flugelhorn, that's okay. There's this big Samoan dude that covers himself in coconut grease to prevent dehydration. Do I look like a big Samoan dude? I'm fucking 5.07 pineapples tall. And if you don't know how tall that is relatively significantly shorter than the average height of your average American, as well as vastly significantly shorter, I can't even speak because I'm so drunk, than the preferred height of any woman. Which is why I'm not in the dating market, at least for women. Putting the coconut grease on your feet and shoot a shot in May, he'll love it. Be good to your fan. I don't like referring to you guys as my fan. That just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Let me clean that taste out with some vodka. The reason why I try to say you guys instead of chat, it always kind of bothered me, just a little bit, when people say chat to refer to their chat as chat. Because that's more of referring to it as like a collective consciousness hive mind, and I fucking despise that. That's why I hate VTubers. But by saying you guys, it's acknowledging you guys as like kind of a group, not necessarily a collective consciousness of a chat, but it at least humanizes you as people who are with me. And that's kind of what I'm going for, is y'all seem to be with me, and you know what? I will baseball that until I strike out. I struck out a lot when I played baseball as a kid, by the way. I played baseball as a kid. And I was one of the worst players on the team. But you know what? We getting philosophical? No, we're getting baseball, huh? Let me tell you about my baseball days. When I was a wee lad, I did play baseball. Huh. I wasn't good at it. I wasn't a left fielder. I was a right fielder. They had that much faith in me. And boy, let me tell you what. When that ball came my way, I actually fucking caught that shit. Half the time. Sometimes I would run for the ball, but they knew. They fucking knew that if that ball came to right field, I would get it faster than any other kid could. Cause like a rabid excited puppy, I would sprint full power for that ball. And they knew I would every time. So instead of left field, they put me on right field. And it worked. I was good at right fielding. However, when it came to batting, I was the kid that was scared of the ball, actually. I don't like getting hurt. Like I said earlier, I have an increased pain threshold. I feel pain more than the average person. I mean, the AA-12 is kind of appropriate for that. But I was scared of the ball. Did I ever get hit by the ball? No, actually. I took care to avoid that. But I wasn't great at batting. Mainly because I was scared of the ball, but that's besides the point. There was another kid on the Little League team that I went to school with, who I respected. He was a total athlete. His overhand pitches, and I'm talking about like overhand pitches in the Little League, he could throw fastballs, and from my perspective, from how I remember it, that shit was Major League Baseball tier fastball. Like, no one could hit his pitches, except for my baseball team. The baseball team I was on was the only team in the entire Little League of the town that could hit that kid's pitches. No other team could hit his pitches. He was that good. He was the anime protagonist, and I was the side character. But you know what? Fuck it. Is this pain threshold confirmed or just suspected? It is medically confirmed. I don't have the documents with me, but it's on my medical record. But I don't go to the hospital, like, ever. Because I'm an American. If you go to the hospital, you'd better be fucking dying. Otherwise, your wallet will be dying. Oh, that sucks, dude. It's fine. I live with it. Basically, at a convention, please don't hit me. It will hurt a lot, and I might cry. So if you want to hurt me and make me cry, hit me. You'll get arrested for assault, but you'll make me cry. And if that's what you want, you don't even need to hit me to make me cry. I cry all the goddamn time. I have major chronic depression, for fuck's sake. I am no stranger to crying. Like, goddamn. I cry when I'm on Pixiv, okay? And with that, let's play the video game. I want to play Lynn's story. This is good shit. I like this. Hey, who turned on the lights? Suddenly, the lights above the audience seats go out one after the other, from inside outwards. The darkness. A shaft of blinding light descends from above, illuminating the host. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MV Novellis! You know, when I saw this, I remembered of a YouTube poop from like 15 years ago of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, where everybody just took the ripped episodes from YoshiArt.com and spliced the shit out of them. And it's the scene where Ludwig, or one of the freaking Koopa Troopa kids, was all like, ah, shut up, we'll never get started. That one episode of like the Koopa Fight Club or some shit, I can't remember. We don't talk about the Fight Club. I haven't seen that movie, by the way. It's on my to-do list. Our Queen of the Ring, KO9, will be taking a short rest, and she'll return to give you an exciting show later on. I haven't seen that shit in forever. Listen, a few nights, wow, it really is that fresh in my memory. Earlier this year, I went back and watched those YouTube poop videos that I loved 15 years ago, and I still laughed at them, and I'm all like, fuck! I guess my sense of humor hasn't changed in 15 fucking years. I wonder if I could get the TV show too somewhere. You'll have to pirate it. It's lost media at this point. To all our guests who wish to wager to the outcome, please proceed to the right side of the ring within 10 minutes and place your bets with your gold chips in hand. No wonder you need gold chips to get into this place. So that's what they're for. Damn, if only Net streamed less, we could watch Fight Club right now. Motherfucker, I'm free this Sunday evening. I was gonna use this Sunday evening to prep more stream stuff, but I could squander it and instead find Fight Club and we could watch it. Like, that is a thing we could do. By the way, join the Discord. I'm doing a lot of things this weekend in the Discord, and it's gonna be silly. I'm sure many of our honored guests have lost their dolls during the course of tonight's arena matches, and as such, we have a special offer for you. We could fight in a club? No. I don't want to fight you. I love you, man. I'm not fighting you. What the fuck? All guests who have fielded contenders against KO9 tonight are entitled to a free trial of the group's latest batch of prototypes, named GNL Beta, and enjoy the highest possible discounts tonight should they decide to purchase them. Wow, they are siphoning money out of these unsuspecting losers. Very cool. But don't talk about it? Baseball, huh? All D's your cord, pants grab. Hot pants grab. God. The host claps, and carefully crafted advertisement trailer appears on the big screen. Rows of specially mounted dolls walk into the frame, ranging from domestic models to entertainment type models, and everything else in between, each of a different make and appearance. It's not the same when I can see you do it. I will pants grab all night for you, dude. God damn. Let's continue. It's okay. It's a mature rated game. I can actually do that on this stream. The only thing these dolls have in common is that they all have the same type of empty eyes as KO9 does. As you can see, the dolls from GNL Beta have blank neural clouds, and their default beta programming makes them completely obedient to your instructions. That means that they won't complain, won't refuse orders, and they definitely won't betray you. You can customize them to suit your personal preferences and needs, or allow them to be freely used. Listen, if I want my own T-doll, she's gotta be sentient. She's gotta be able to tell me no. I'm not gonna spoil it, because I respect them, but I have had an encounter with an individual that pretty much offered themselves up to me free of charge, and I'm all like, I'm gonna have to reject your advances. I don't care how attracted I am to you. I prefer a more respectful, consensual sort of deal. Now, that may surprise some of y'all, being how I am the goonest of gooners, as the kids would say nowadays. But even I have standards. Won't refuse orders, that's a deal of all time. And I turned it down. I straight up said to their face, no deal. I'm good. Yeah, sex is great, but have you ever had someone look you directly in the eyes, spiking your heart rate up because fight or flight response, and they're just saying from their heart, I love you? like, and actually fucking meaning it, that's better than sex, and you can quote me on that. Of course, domestic models will have all combat functionality removed, so you can rest assured that your product is absolutely safe. But I love the kind of woman that will actually just kill me. You know, when I woke up this morning, I was thinking, damn, I hope some hot chick just paints my brains all over some fucking hallway. And here we are! I love you too, random citizen! Oh, does that mean they won't even try to fight back? Of course! Oh no, I'm dropping frames again. Shit. Even after I've done everything I can to ensure the stream will flow properly, it seems fate is against me. Damn it. The host's voice slowly fades away, only to be replaced by twisted cheers and shouts from the audience. Some people are already planning on how to make full use of their new acquisitions. God damn! Is there no respect for clankers in 2076? This is so sad. All kinds of deviant discussions filter through the air and make their way to QJ and Cheetah's ears. Uh-oh. Holy crap! Are all these people perverts? I can't take it anymore! Well, if Taters were here, I think I can understand why she'd go for him and not me. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Even though I try to avoid the use of the word gooner, it's like, I'm top tier gooner. That's it. I just don't talk about it. Bruh, I'm literally right here. No, you're not. You don't exist. You're just a figment of my amalgamation when I take more vodka. I should probably drink more Gatorade instead. So let's all hydrate. Everybody, grab your nearest hydrate and let's hydrate. Yeah. Let's go. I'm nobody now. You're one of us. Let's Gooner. Yes, all Gooner. I hardly know her. The fuck? Leader, can I go and teach them all a lesson? I'm down, Cheetah. We haven't found Lind yet. Also, we learned something from that little speech just now. At the very least, we now know why the dolls in the arena all seem so strange. Turns out they were under control of a virus. We need to prepare for the possibility that Lind has also been controlled by that virus. Nah, she's good. Trust me, bro. Snap! The spotlights come on again, illuminating the freshly cleaned ring. Alright, after the short intermission, it's time for what we've all been waiting for! Since our next contender will be using firearms, we urge all guests to stay beyond the boundary line lest we be injured by stray rounds. Light red panes of bulletproof glass rise from the arena around the ring, blocking it off from the audience. If it's bulletproof glass, they can just stick behind it. It's fine, right? And now, introducing the Queen of the Ring and her challenger! I hardly know her! As the audience cheers, the spotlights focus on and follow a crimson doll as she slowly walks into the ring. It is KO9, sword in hand. And then, a shaft of dazzling light shines down on the right side of the arena, framing a purple doll who's holding a familiar shotgun. Oh hey, it's me! Yo! I get to be in the story! There better be bikinis! I'll show you a bikini. Technically, what I'm wearing right now is kind of a bikini. So this tank top doesn't actually go all the way. I had to tie a knot behind my back just to keep it upright. It's silly how it put on, but... What do you mean, ew? This is what you asked for! What the fuck? You are unpleasable, good sir. May you find the disgust you're looking for everywhere in your life. Because if you can't be sated by what you asked for, you're like the kid at the restaurant that asks for an ice cream and the waiter brings out the ice cream with sprinkles and a cherry on top, and you complain about it because the corner of it melted already. Like, get the fuck, dude. Bruh. Uh-oh. Leader! That's Lind! Yes, it is. Cheetah, trying to establish comms with Lind right now. At this range, we should be able to contact her using our squad channel. The transmission goes through, but Lin's face remains blank as she does not respond. What should we do, leader? I think Lin's really been taken over by that whatever virus. Shoganai ne. We'll just have to go to her ourselves. I'll ask Tololo to make the necessary preparations. Cheetah, get ready to back me up. Lin's safety is our top priority. Uh-oh, we're going in. We're going in. Let's go. We're gonna interrupt this program with our own. Hello? Hello? Leader, I'm not getting a reply from Lin's communicator. I hardly know her. Not good. They're about to attack. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Slow-mo. Cheetah, pay attention to the enemy's movements. We need to step in to provide support if Lind is in danger. I really like how they use the in-game footage for the cutscene. Oh, we have to kill her. Okay. Oh, they're using the Florence theme. Fuck yeah. I'll drink to that. I love this song. This is the Florence event bop that I played during my Florence event stuff. Enjoy it as I talk over it. All you need is a really good vocal track and you're golden. That's it. Fight and squeamish? I mean, yeah, I guess. Dual wield them AA-12s, lady. Let's fucking go. Oh. We won. I guess that's it. Okay. Okay, let's... Is there more story? If not, we're gonna buy that outfit. We're buying that outfit. Let's go to the shop. Let's get it. Let's get the outfit. I need this in my life. It's personal, okay? Basically, what I'm trying to say is that the sun never rises. Ah, the seaside sun is so bright. It's draining all my stamina. I can't stand it. Despite all her complaints, she still went to the beach, and she hasn't left your side for a single moment. That's how you know she's more of a keeper than any Brazilian soccer team. And here's the thing. I hate the beach. I cannot stand going to the beach. The sand gets everywhere. It gets in your shoes, it gets on your feet, it gets off your legs, it gets in your crotch. It's like, eh. And then no matter how much of the sand you try to get off, it still finds its way into everything you touch, like even a week after you return from the beach. I'm not a fan of the beach. Like the salt water is like, the salt water is even worse on my skin than chlorine water. The salt water actually makes me bleed. It's bad. So if you want me to bleed out, just fucking dump me in the ocean. It sucks. I grew up with beach everywhere. Cannot relate? Well, life's a beach. It's true. I forgot the rest of the song. In fact, I forgot what song that is, but just know that life's a beach. And it's true, I guess. Let's investigate Lind now in this outfit swap, because it's very important that we investigate the goods of what we got. Sorry, wife, this ain't about you. There she is. Okay. So, here we see Lind in the outfit. Very cool. I like this. Remove before... Wait, what does that say? Do we get a better view in another view? Remove before fight. I like that. Wait. That means if we fight her, she takes it all off. I'll baseball that. I need to mentally prepare myself for this one. Okay. We got this. We are still TOS compliant. Now these hot pants are really fucking tight. Now fortunately I'm Asian, so it's not too much of a problem. But it's a little bit of a problem. But you know what? It's fine. We'll figure it out. We got this. And last but certainly not least, hands on keyboard and mouse. Motherfucker, I'm using my other hand to prop up the AA-12. This thing is 10 fucking pounds, okay? This is not light. Let's continue the story. We still have a couple levels to go. In fact, we got 2 levels to go. We got this. We got this. We have to fight her. Oh, we get the Lind portrait. I'll show you, fat pants grab.
Issue.
Why are you skill issuing me? This isn't a skill issue. I swear to fucking God. Kaboom! A hot load of shot. That's what it says. You can't blame me for that. A hot load of shot hits the floor of the arena. Metal balls. I can't fucking do this. Metal balls ricochet off the bulletproof glass and crack spiderweb everywhere. I'll load your shot. Wait, shit. I have to actually cock it forward. I said that out loud. It's fine. Upon seeing Lynn's attack missed, KO9 quickly rolls her blade around, converting her swing to a thrust aimed directly at Lynn's chest. Lynn steps diagonally backwards and barely avoids the strike, but KO9's sword tip grazes her arm and leaves a dark red wound. Psst, that hurts. Right, she has increased pain sensors. That's unfortunate. Fortunately, my tactical BDU is made of strong material, so only my synth skin got nicked. Otherwise, I might have lost the entire arm. KO9 clearly doesn't anticipate her opponent avoiding her otherwise fatal blow, because she freezes up in surprise. However, she quickly changes her stance and resets her sword, ready to launch another attack. Lynn's feet keep moving, and she dodges a series of attacks before falling away to make some space between them. Why is she so damn fast? Is she actually a rabbit or something? Yes, and she breathes like one too. Ask me how I know. She's been on me like Sabrina on dinner ever since the battle began. I haven't had a chance to counterattack at all. Even if it's because of the beta virus. That kind of tenacity is just scary. This reminds me of a versus game my best friend bought for me so we could play it together. Our first impressions of the game, I was as drunk as I am now. And when we played the game, I did not use any defensive tactics at all. I went at him every single moment of the game. Full aggression. And he said the next day, like, facing you drunk is actually terrifying. You didn't take cover at all, and you did nothing but advance on my position using covering fire as your cover. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like something I do if I'm drunk. Definitely some AA-12 tactics, if you ask me. Listen, if you have 3,000 rounds in the mag, you might as well use the 3,000 rounds in the mag. Well, PSI tactics, I try. Lynn carefully studies KO9's every move as she works to get her breathing under control while shifting her center of balance and keeping her finger on the trigger. Trigger? Is that an Ace Combat reference? Don't panic. Leader and Cheetah are in the audience. All I need to do is draw this out until the robots go berserk. I'll open fire the next time she rushes me. Should be able to find an opening then. Yeet! Yeah! The moment she sees KO9 raise her sword, Lynn pulls the trigger without hesitation. A wall of shots spews from her gun's barrel and slams into KO9's weapon with a crisp sound of metal on metal. Although KO9 evades most of the metal balls with preternatural speed, one of them manages to punch through her shoulder. Surprisingly enough, KO9 completely ignores her shoulder injury and brings her blade down on Lynn's head with a cleaving chop. Lynn rolls back and out of the way, once again evading the attack by the skin of her teeth. No wonder Carl said something about wanting to improve the beta virus sensory side effects. She's clearly nowhere as sensitive to pain as I am. How is that even fair? It's not. It can't be helped. Time to go full auto on her. Fuck yeah! What I forgot to mention is that the AA-12 has a fun switch located right here where my finger is at. You could swap it to semi-auto, or you could put it on fun mode. But we're gonna keep it on safe for now, even though it's empty and the battery's out. But it's fine. Lynn takes a deep breath, then decides to max out her power output. A curtain of red-hot lead instantly blocks off the way ahead of her. KO9 steps aside and dodges each and every pellet headed her way. Then she reverses her grip on her sword and rushes Lynn. That's objectively the wrong play. Reverse grip doesn't work. That fucking thing looks expensive. I don't want to talk about it. When she determines that KO9 is within range, Lynn focuses her fire on KO9's lower body. Nani! KO9 loses her balance as she takes a hit to her right leg, which supports her frame. Well, not anymore! Lynn jumps over, pressing the off-balance KO9 to the ground with her elbow and pressing the muzzle of her gun against KO9's head with her other hand. That ought to settle her now. However, KO9 chooses this moment to erupt with tremendous force. He pushes up with the back of her blade, knocking away the gun on her head before slamming her right knee into Lynn's chest and taking her by surprise. Pain radiates through Lynn's chest as she staggers back while panting heavily. Damn it, it hurts so bad I can't see straight! Although her vision's blurry now, Lynn still strives to right her balance while opening fire in KO9's direction. Soon, the AA-12 she's holding clicks as his hammer falls on an empty chamber. Oh no! She's out of ammo! KO9 dashes up in front of Lynn, her sword held high. Lynn! And then KO9's hand suddenly freezes in midair. The light above her suddenly flash, and the bulletproof glass around the ring slowly lowers. The entire area is filled with a bizarre silence. Bizarre! It's been a JoJo reference this entire fucking time! God! Okay. Then, the sound of mechanical whirring comes from all around them. Cheetah, now! Support Lynn! Their guns blaze fire as bullets hit the ground under KO9's feet, driving her back. Then, as though they've received some kind of signal, every single robot in the area begins opening fire indiscriminately. The members of the audience scream and flee in all directions. Ha ha! Amidst the chaos, QJ and Cheetah hear Lynn's voice over their communicators. Communicator? I hardly know her. Looks like luck was on our side in the end. Lynn, it's you! You were meant to be- You mean you weren't taken over by whatever virus thing? Thank goodness! I thought you really were finished just now! Finish my ass! Don't jinx me! Lynn gets up and dusts herself off, changing out of a new drum of ammo as she does. Then she vaults over the arena's fencing and returns to Frostfall Squad. Now, I would replicate that, but I only have this singular drum, so there's your AA-12 reload. Welcome back, Lynn. I try. QJ and Cheetah smile as they meet their gaze. Then they pivot and wordlessly take up a defensive formation. Where's Tololo? I'll tell you along the way. Right now, we're gonna follow the route she planned and get out of here. The sooner the better. We can't use the elevator anymore, because I hardly know her. So we need an alternative route. In other words, we'll have to go through the back of the audience seating, follow a supply corridor, then use it to reach the main deck. Cheetah, prepare to fall back. Hee, no problem, leader. Leave it to me. Omakase shimashita. Wait, that's the wrong word. Shit. Omakase. Close enough. Cheetah pulls a flashbang out of her waist pack, pulls a pin on it, and throws it to the ground. I threw it on the ground! Smile for the camera! A blinding flash of light envelops the arena, and KO9 is forced to shield her eyes. As she can finally open them, all KO9 can see is the trio running into the back of the seating area. Automatic loading. Pursuit command. Target identification? Successful. Still looking in the direction where the trio have fled, KO9 stands up once again and gives chase. The fight is over. What are you doing? You stopped that. Wait, so Mr. Arrogant Young Master went through to all that effort to capture you because he wanted you to fight for him? Cheetah's exclamation is so loud that it echoes through the hall. A bunch of security troopers come to investigate, but a hail of fire forces them to take cover behind the pillars. As Lynn shoots, she gives Cheetah a "give me a break" look. Hello, we're still trying to escape here. Can you keep it down? But things ended up this way because he half-assed everything. Yes, he did. Strictly speaking, it wasn't just because of that, but I don't have time to elaborate now. Cheetah, help me lay some covering fire. I have something to tell Leader. No problem. This time, I'll protect you, Lynn. I mean, she does have twice the mag capacity, technically. Cheetah flashes an OK sign, and then moves up to the head of the formation. Just then, a transmission from Tololo comes in. Leader, head right at the fork up ahead, and you'll see a corridor heading to the deck. Understood. Lynn, what is it that can't wait until we get up there? Sorry, Leader. But in a sense, this is the last chance I'll get for this. Lynn takes a deep breath, then looks at the fork up ahead. I managed to interface with their systems in the liner's main control room, and I found their exact locations. That is, the doll's being controlled by the arena staff. She's gonna save the animals! The bane of GDQ's existence! I want to take them with us. What? Where are they being held? Area D3 on the port side. Sololo, calculate a route there. Caution. The reply from Sololo comes less than a minute later. The left path from the fort area heads to Area D3, the exact opposite way from the exit. Ship security is closing in on your location. It would be a risky course of action. If Garage Group reinforcements arrive quicker than we can move, things will be even worse. What do you want to do, leader? QJ doesn't reply, only tapping her terminal with her index finger. Lind, I'm fairly sure you've prepared yourself for this possibility, but I must remind you that if we choose to commit to this course of action, we might not be able to complete the objective or ensure everyone's safety. Even so, do you wish to proceed? Yeah. I have a fucking AA-12! What could possibly stand in our way that could prevent us from proceeding? Especially if I load this thing with slugs, even though that wouldn't fit the triple barrel 6mm chambers. I can't do it myself, so I need you, Cheetah, Tololo. I need all of Frostfall to help me out. You don't say things like this often. There's a short silence. QJ looks Lind in the eye, as though she's come to a decision. Understood. Change of plans, Frostfall Squad. We're heading to Area D3 to rescue the captured dolls. Lind blinks in surprise as she stares at her squad leader. The mental image she's always had of QJ is someone who has always been cautious and diligent. Yet, she has agreed to readily to Lind's request. Lind can see a trust which she needs no justification in QJ's eyes. Ah? So we're going to be doll saviors now? Awesome! I've always wanted to be a Halo! I've never played Halo, by the way. Hello, help us draft up another route that helps us avoid ship security. I have played Halo, just not the campaign. But I want to someday. Wilco, that's an Ace Combat reference! You can't fool me twice! That's an Ace Combat reference! Lind, how many dolls are we talking about here? According to the data from the control room, there's about 170 of them. Holy shit! Fair from me. Hello? No, I won't. A more troublesome thing is that their neural clouds have been wrecked by the beta virus. They might not listen to us anymore. Wait, so there's almost 200 of them, and they might not even cooperate with us? We can't exactly cart them all off one by one, right? Also, even assuming we got to them into a position to be evacuated, we wouldn't have time or cabin space to evacuate them all. QJ opens her terminal and begins thinking as she studies the ship blueprints. Dolls are in the stern of the vessel. If we could trap the enemy amidships, it would give us a lot more time to work in. Cheetah looks over QJ's shoulder and studies the map. Then she points out the red shaded area in the middle rear of the vessel. Leader, why don't we blow up the central fuel tank over here and cut the ship in half? That way, we can separate the part where the dolls are! Yo! There's the Titanic! They're doing the Titanic again! Okay, that baseballs. Wait, you want to blow the ship in half? Do we even have anything powerful enough to do that? Have you forgotten this genius's forte? Yes. Cheetah produces a little ball out of nowhere and tosses it up, a wicked glint in her eyes. Ta-da! Behold, my remote bomb! Alas, a place for it to see proper use. Anyway, give the order, leader. That bunny-eared doll's coming after us. QJ's gaze hardens as she focuses on the incoming figure in red. She quickly judges the feasibility of the mission and makes a decision. Cheetah, let the explosive out of the central fuel tank. Watch for a chance to set it off, but only after Lind and I arrive. Got it! Hello. Contact Miss Hellion right now and have her send more backup. Once we scuttle the ship, we'll need people who can manage and move the part of the vessel where the dolls are. Understood. Lind and I will stay here to lure the enemy to the other side of the ship. We'll buy time for Cheetah, Tololo, and our backup to arrive. Odds and chaos shouldn't be Cheetah's strong suit, right? Still. Never mind. This sort of thing's alright from time to time. I get to cause chaos. As I fail to... So, the charging handle on this thing activates the output port, so you have to close it manually. But I do like that detail, that I can just open this manually as I want. Lynn reloads her AA-12, then focuses on her gaze on the incoming KO-9 before pulling the trigger. Bang! Her shotgun sprays a torrent of lead, blasting huge chunks on the masterfully carved marble paneling. A column collapses with a deafening crash. Environmental damage? KO-9 is forced to stop as the fallen pillar blocks her path and throws up a huge cloud of dust. Aren't you good at running? Come catch us then! I guess we're running now. Very cool. Wait, there's gameplay? Shit. Okay. I guess we have to fight Bunny. Banui fight. It's okay, we got Frostfall Squad. Parentheses real. Let's fucking go. And we get the Florence banger. I hardly know her. Let's fucking go. I'll drink to that. And with that, I'm done drinking. Holy shit. I need to be up in time for the F1 race tomorrow, which if you join the Discord, you can watch with me. It's gonna be great. Y'all know I love Formula 1 racing, despite all the shit that happens behind the scenes, but haha, fast cars go vroom. What I don't love is Apple TV taking over for 5 years and fucking everything up. But I'll cross that bridge when I come to it next year. I don't gotta worry about this year. So I'm not gonna worry about it. Life is good. And the reason life is good is because all week, my boomer visor has been out. And I really hope he didn't follow protocol of doing the no-call, no-show thing. Because most likely he's getting his surgery done. But if he didn't go through the book, that's grounds for him getting shit canned from the company. And honestly, I'm cool with that. Fuck yeah. The HR manager came to talk to me during lunch and said, you know where the boomer visor is? And I said, nope. And honestly, it's none of my fucking business. I'm training the new hire somewhat decently. The problem is, there's a priority TPS report that I really need to get done, so I can't really train the new hire on it. But oh hey, Lynn found the yo, Lynn did the animation. She did the thing with the dual wield. Yeah, we got Lynn. Let's fucking go. The life is good, except Lynn is gone, even though she's right here. It's me. I'm Lynn today. I hope you like AA-12s, because that's what we're doing today. So to give more insight on the drum mag here, this thing's awesome. It holds 3,000 rounds that you put up here that I can't open in these gloves. She's such a cool character, man. Man, I loved her since Girls Frontline 1. Like, I love how it says, hey, die, and they just die. Right? Oh, the cool part about the drum mag, it replicates a real AA-12 drum mag with the dummy shells and everything. So, you load it up. There's even a freaking magwell. This thing has a flared magwell. Let me show you. So, the way you load it, you load it up here, but you can see the magwell flares at the bottom, so it's a lot easier to put it in. And it's like, bruh! That is so nice. And you know what? This is just a feels good thing overall. And the best part is, this bad boy is cheaper than a flugelhorn. And I want to cry. I want to fucking cry, but it's fine. Back to flugelhorns. A flugelhorn uses a different mouthpiece. So, as a trumpet player, it's going to take quite a lot of getting used to playing one. I don't want to say I'm determined, but I do know from a physics standpoint, using a trumpet mouthpiece and a flugelhorn doesn't really produce the sound you want. It'll just make it sound like a really avant-garde, extravagant trumpet, which is not what I'm going for. And you know what? I'll baseball that. I'll figure it out. What I'm worried about is that, like a 3C flugelhorn mouthpiece, I tried a 3C trumpet mouthpiece, and it did not baseball at all. I was like, I can't really play this that well. So sucks, actually. I might have to invest, if I do get a flugelhorn, I might have to invest in another mouthpiece, which, you know what, that's par for the course. Mouthpieces are very specific among brass players. Personalized, even. Did I not get all the challenges? This is a new CG. This is a new background. We haven't seen this background yet. This is a brand new background. Let's fucking go. We get new CGs this event. I'm happy. If you can't tell, this is the face of a happy person. Hyuga and Lind use the terrain to mount, hit, and run attacks on KO9 and their pursuers. They manage to strand them on the B1 deck and get to the main deck on time. Pants heavily. Pants grab. Almost time. Are Cheetah and Tololo ready yet? The plan's going smoothly and our backup's in place. Head to the pickup point now! The pair run towards the center of the ship, where they find Cheetah waving to them happily. Over here! Over here! This time, I was faster than you and Lind. Aren't you gonna praise me? Oh, I'll praise you all right. Later in... You know what? Given how Taters is here, out of respect, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Tololo, bring the chopper in. Prepare for extraction. It was an extraction shooter this whole time. I find it funny that the gaming industry, the shareholders are now trying to milk extraction shooters, thinking they're the next big thing, when they really are not. Say it, Lamau? No, I don't think I will. Hyuga pulls Cheetah behind her and looks up. Tololo pilots the chopper towards the three of them. She's a helicopter pilot! I hardly know her pilot! He comes to a halt at the last moment. The road is churning up waves on the surface of the water below. The cabin slides open, and Tololo pokes her head out to throw a rope ladder down to three of them. Come on. Just then, there's a loud crash, and KO9 bursts out from a nearby hatch, her eyes aglow with crimson rage. She tightens her grip on her sword and immediately lunges at the three dolls. Now, Cheetah, blow the charges! Hee! You're just in time! Cheetah squeezes the button on her detonator, then the bombs detonate at the central fuel tank. A massive column of flame shoots into the sky and dyes the darkened sky a dull red. The ship lurches heavily as it's cut in two. Fragments fly everywhere as the two halves keel over and begin sinking into the sea. They really did Titanic the yacht. Okay. KO9's frame is sent flying by the shockwaves, and she lands heavily on the stern of the vessel, while Frostfall uses his opportunity to scramble aboard the ladder. The helicopter climbs rapidly, rising high into the night sky. We did it! Lind can see Hellion's backup arriving by the light of the burning deck. The familiar, formerly dust-gathering tugboat is now towing away the stern of the vessel where the captured dolls are. The tugboat that was mentioned earlier yesterday! Let's fucking go! Looks like we managed to rescue all the dolls, as well as KO9. Things went better than expected. We're lucky that our backup arrived before Gerard's forces did, but we can't get careless because of that. Tololo, activate EW stealth systems. We need to get out of here ASAP. Understood. Mission complete. Preparing to RTB. Tololo presses a button on the helicopter's control panel. It shimmers for a moment in the night sky, then it projects a holographic image around itself. Several seconds later, the helicopter blends into the starry sky, vanishing into the dark nest before the dawn. And we're off! Meanwhile, on the other side of the ship, a bedraggled figure struggles to his feet before pounding on the locked room like a madman. Get fucked, idiot! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Carl jabs at his communicator. I hardly know it. He presses so hard that his fingers have gone white from lack of circulation. The door thuds heavily under his pounding. Mother! Do you hear me? Mother's ship is about to sink! I know you must have some way to do it, so please save the ship! This is the last thing Mother left behind! Despite Carl's wail of despair, the only answer from the communicator is the sound of static. Get fucked, idiot! Just when he thinks there will be no reply, the person he's calling suddenly speaks in a quiet voice. Father, is that you? Thank God you answered! You'll save this ship, won't you? If I were you, I'd think of how to get out of that room first, rather than whine and cry about a boat when your life is in danger. It's just a tool for making money. Is it really that important? It doesn't matter if it's blown up or scuttled. Once something loses its value, it doesn't matter what happens to it. This man's a real shareholder. You're the only one who's so dedicated to something left behind by a corpse. No! It can't be! This is Mother's legacy! How can you care so little about it? Also, I'm still on the ship! I'm your son! You can't just abandon me now! Yes, I can. Just watch me. Abandon you? Yakov can't help but snort derisively at Carl's naive plea. My biggest mistake was not abandoning you after realizing that Celia had raised you into a failure, and even going as far as to give you a chance after chance to prove yourself. My man, listen. The translation bot is doing its best, okay? And so am I. I am extremely drunk right now, and I can barely fucking read, but I'm doing my best, okay? So if you want a real body Joe Blob, that's $20, mister. $20 is $20. You know the rules, and so do I. Including this one. What do you mean? Are you saying you already knew about my plan? When did you? What do you think? You really think you could have entered the main control room with just your meager access privileges? And as it turns out, not letting you in was the right thing to do. I placed you in charge of things just once, and you fucked it all to hell. Not only did those PMC dolls run circles around you, they also managed to steal all the data in the main control room. And now, they even got their hands on over 170 gladiator dolls. Exactly what do you think qualifies you to talk terms with me? You are the one who sank this ship, and you did it with your own hands. Yakov's judgment is like a cold blade, sinking deep into Carl's heart. Carl clutches the communicator tightly, muttering to himself, unable to believe what he's hearing. No! It's not over yet! I can remotely trigger the self-destruct programming! I can destroy the evidence! We can still turn things around! Now I'm completely certain that you are even more of a mindless idiot than those dolls. They blew up the remote control server with their chopper before they left. You have well and truly fucked things up now. What? Upon realizing that there's no coming back from this, Carl slumps to the ground. This isn't my fault. Those damn dolls were only able to take advantage of the situation because I didn't get the full beta virus. It's not my fault if you just give me another chance. Another chance. You still want another chance? The company's had his hands full dealing with Fabin recently. The CEO is tearing his hair out by the handfuls over them. Do you know that? And you choose now, of all times, to pull off a stunt like this? There'll be no chances for you. Carl's mouth hangs open as he looks at the door that will not open for him. He does not even have the words to deny his father's words. As a child, you fooled around with high-grade parts like they were toys. Like watching a monkey with a Kalashnikov. I mean, this is far better than one of those. After all these years, you're still the same as when Celia was around. You haven't grown a bit. You don't even qualify to be an obstacle for me, let alone my successor. So, once something loses its value, it doesn't matter what happens to it. That includes me too, right? If you were this smart each time, you wouldn't have ended up like this. Kalashnikov. I'm drunk as shit. I drank like this much vodka, okay? Fuck off. I'm the lightest weight around. I'm very cost efficient. And I am drunk as shit. Which is why I'm done drinking for the night. Yakov's words are casual, but they hit Carl like a punch to the gut. I like it fun? Well, come back next Friday, because we might have more fun in store. In Carl's memory, This is the first time his father has ever praised him, and it'll be his last. But it also seems it'll also be the last. I just said that. Right? You won't do this to me, right? Everything I did was to make you proud. Ever since Mother died, I've been working hard all this time. Don't bring up that mother of yours. Yakov suddenly explodes with rage. His resentment that has festered for so many years is finally pouring out. I wouldn't have even married that dumb bitch if she wasn't from the Orlok conglomerate. Oh, so it was a business decision. Yeah, that's marriage, all right. He made a fortune, and all she did was sit on it, making a bunch of worthless toys or donating to charity. Not only did she criticize me for obtaining 16 Labs doll tech, she was even planning to reveal the secrets between me and the CEO to the public. And so she had to die. And good fucking riddance to her. Damn. This man is like 200% corpo. This is what industry plants praise as good behavior. So next time you go to LinkedIn, just know that everyone on LinkedIn is just like this guy. Unironically. And even after her death, she left someone like you behind. I've been living in her shadow for far too long. You should have died along with Celia. Well, damn. What? So you're saying you killed Mother? Crack. Nearby portholes collapse under the force of the explosion, and glass rains down like hail. Carl's communicator falls to the ground, emitting a shrill error tone. Carl screams at it, but it will never answer him again, and the roiling flames consume his final words. He's dead. You extinguished the sparks Mother left behind. I would feel bad for him if he wasn't an absolute fuckhead. But I don't feel bad for him at all, so get fucked, idiot. Let's finish off the story. Hey, we lived, bitch. Bribery records for government officials, illegal doll transaction logs, altered records for the ship's environmental emissions. So much bounce on that shot. I'll show you bounce, AA-12 grab. Check out this bounce. Yo, he's bouncing. The Garage Group has quite the litany of sins to its name. Roswell Squad is going through the data Lynn copied from the main control room. It's certainly quite impressive. There's a breakdown from the NV Nova list of income and expenditure here, too. We ain't paying that. I don't care if it's the red, we ain't paying that. Let me see! Wow, this is actually kind of scary. They make more in one day than our squad does in 1 month? That's a CEO for you. Listen, a fucking CEO makes well over 300 times that of one of the average employees that actually does something. In many ways similar to ordering kitchen appliances from Amazon, let that sink in. Just as we thought, the income from the entertainment was minuscule compared to the illegal betting on the doll arena. I mean, yeah, I'll have you know, every time I play poker, I lose. Except for when I don't, which is very rare. I'm not good at poker, but I like playing it. I want to arrange a poker game in Tabletop Simulator with my Discord community someday. I think it'll be fun. I ain't saying nothing. I have my own bid Ness. I'll bid my Ness. I'm Ness. It's me. I'm the bid Ness. Q Sinks walking in. A mental image of freaking Alice in Wonderland styled Sinks with legs just marching into the room. And it becomes so loud. It's like that scene from freaking not Blazing Saddles. Fucking, that Mel Brooks movie with Robin Hood. Robin Hood Men in Tights, that's the one. Yeah. I'm drunk, give me a fucking break. This is getting so fucking heavy. This is 10 pounds and it's, my cat's 11 pounds. I should be used to this, but I'm not. Well, we can now be completely certain that the Garage Group was controlling and running the doll arena. Well, no fucking shit. They could make a killing from the black market and use that opportunity to utilize the otherwise defective dolls. The Garage Group wins either way. The beta virus was probably developed for that purpose and tested on the arena dolls. Well, yeah, it didn't work because it was in beta. It's a plastic version. Motherfucker, this is some quality plastic. This is Tokyo Marui plastic. This is some of the best airsoft plastic you can get in the business. Straight up. Good shit. Oh yeah, speaking of which, don't you think you should get your frame checked out, Lynn? It'd be bad if there were traces of that virus left behind in your neurocloud. Just practicing to lift me up later? You're bigger than me. I'll never be able to lift you. If anything, you'll lift me and it'll be funny. Don't worry, I'm not weak enough to be taken over by an incomplete virus. I'm more interested in why it worked on IOP dolls. Wasn't it meant to target Gerard Group dolls? I mean, he did spill the beans in the communication that we weren't privy to, that they were based off of IOP dolls. You know how much the real one weighs? Let's see. I would estimate the real one weighs about... The number 28 comes to mind. You know what? Google. I'm Googling this. AA-12 weight. The unloaded weight of an AA-12 shotgun is approximately 10.5 pounds. Wait a minute. That's this. The loaded weight varies depending on the magazine capacity, with an 8-round box magazine. That's this, adding to the weight. Hold on, let's see. Weight. 16 pounds when loaded with a 32-round drum. Okay, so the weight that I'm holding right now is quite literally the equivalent of a unloaded actual AA-12, which is fucking awesome, actually. That was a lot lighter than I thought. But we'll baseball that. That's pretty good. I like that. Lynn, are you saying you suspect that the Gerard Group stole 16 Labs doll technology? Yes. Lynn nods. Yes. Also, you can't drop the I-bomb on me like that. You get that out of there. This virus isn't like normal programs. Its write locations and logic would require a target with highly similar base layer code for it to work. But if the base layer's code were too similar, then it would essentially be intellectual property theft. Like that's ever fucking stopped anyone. If that's really true, we can use the evidence from the doll arena as proof of the Gerard Group's crimes and make them pay for what they've done. That won't work. They never get what's coming to them. Evil always wins in the end. And don't let any fantasy story tell you otherwise. Indeed. Even without the technology theft, just the proof of their crimes is enough to bring the Gerard Group to court. The Gerard Group's gonna win, just look at Nintendo. I firmly believe Nintendo's gonna win the fucking Palworld lawsuit. It's just gonna take them time. And they're gonna find some legal bullshit, and that pisses me off. But you know what? It's baseballs. It all comes back to baseball in the end. I'll contact Miss Hellion now. Once we get back, they'll verify the matter ASAP. I'm pretty sure what we found will help the commander and Miss Kalina out in some way. QJ opens the comm channel to Hellion and begins sending over what she's learned. They've already lost patents, so better hope than before. Don't do that. Don't give me hope. It doesn't matter that they lost some of the patents. They're still gonna send all their lawyer fuckery and Yakuza bribery behind the scenes to sway the courts in their favor. It's like how Stop Killing Games failed in the UK, and it's all like, no fucking wonder America defected from the UK. After receiving Hellion's reply, QJ's stern expression softens considerably. I have good news, everyone! Miss Hellion managed to find a neural organization that's willing to take in the dolls from the arena and help them clear out the remaining beta virus in the neural clouds. Yes! It means the things they're suing over, they really don't have a right to sue over. When has that stopped anyone from suing anyone and winning sometimes? That, like, Really? That's great! They'll finally be able to shake off the Gerard Group's control! Additionally, the organization will provide them with counseling and support them as they reintegrate it into human society. This is the good ending that I needed after all the things that happened in the AA-12 event. I like this. Not only will they be able to remove the Gerard Group's influence, these dolls will also receive a chance to make a fresh start. Nice. You did very well, Lynn. Okay. Lynn doesn't answer, only leaning against the cabin wall in silence. The scorching pain from the virus infection still aches in her body, and a sense of survivor's guilt envelops her. Lynn reflexively looks down at her trembling hands. Oh my god, she's about to cry. I've never seen... No! Oh my god! I'm sorry. Eh? Lynn, Leader was praising you! Why are you apologizing? I mean, all this happened because I went off without permission and acted alone, right? And I even asked to change the plan at the last minute for selfish reasons. If anything had happened to you all because of that, then I... Lynn swallows the rest of her words. The three of them quickly exchange glances. They head over to Lynn's side as one. What's this, Lynn? Are you actually worried about us? Relax, we're all okay, right? I believe our squad exists to support each other, understand each other, and to encourage each other. And in the end, your plan turned out fine. Yes, Cheetah and Tololo are correct. I know what kind of feelings must have motivated you, Lynn. Your unwillingness to let Griffin wither away, the anger that drove you to save your fellow dolls, the pain you felt when you thought you had involved us in your trouble. The truth is, we're all the same. The same? Correct. QJ gently pats Lynn on the shoulder and smiles tenderly. As members of Frostfall Squad, we all have the same goal. We simply see things from different perspectives. Ultimately, I'm also partially responsible for this. I didn't communicate my thoughts clearly with you, which led to you feeling like you had to take everything on by yourself. So, I don't blame you anymore. So, don't blame yourself anymore, and relax a little. I am losing my ability to read. Damn. Okay. Lynn looks up, her eyes filled with gratitude. It is then that QJ notices the wound KO9 made on Lynn's arm. Here, I'll help take care of that for you. QJ takes out the repair kit and patches up the cut with a gentle touch and practiced skill. The pain from the wound makes Lynn wince. Ah! Aw, why don't you turn off your pain modules, Lynn? Patching up wounds hurts, you know? I don't think she can. Truth is, I can't disable my frame's pain modules. Why not? Doesn't that mean you've been enduring all that pain during each battle? Then falls silent, and then nods. Well, I wouldn't say enduring it. After all, I'm used to it now. Fucking mood. I was an experimental doll used in clinical trials. Part of the reason why Carl kidnapped me was because of that. What? Lynn doesn't feel the disgust or awkwardness she expected when discussing this part of her history that she didn't want to disclose. Instead, she feels free. Like a real true American. Just like this bad boy here, made in Japan. True American AA-12 shotgun goodness. It's airsoft, by the way, don't get carried away. My first memories of this world were an icy cold research institute and an endless days of clinical trials. My frame received special modifications in order to meet certain experimental requirements. Not being able to switch off my pain modules was one of them. But doesn't that make fighting in everyday life really inconvenient? Why don't we ask Miss Hellion to change out your frame when you get back? I'm sure she'll be able to think of something. Lynn shakes her head. One of Griffin's researchers asked me the same question when I first came to Griffin. He said that human sensory feedback would affect my performance in battle and recommended that I change to a more convenient body. But I refused. That's a JoJo reference. Wasn't that a good chance to do it? Why'd you say no? I didn't know why I did back then. It felt out of reflex. Same thing with my name. I thought to be repulsed by the name Lynn. The lab I was in gave it to me. It contains all the painful memories from back then. But even after getting the chance to change my name, I still chose this one. At that time, I didn't know why I was so insistent on it. But now, I think I'm slowly beginning to understand. Lynn looks at her friends. Back then, I thought I existed to be a test subject, and that my pain was the only value I had. To deny this pain would be to deny my entire life and the reason I had for existing. It was in Griffin that I came to understand the true worth of a doll. And it was my bonds with everyone that helped me realize that I could keep going forward, even while carrying the pain of the past, and that I could fight to protect others. I mean, the first step of accepting your past is being able to look it in the eye, right? Lynn. And that's why I won't change my body, and I won't change my name. Frostfall Squad made me feel like I belonged. And you helped me understand my reason for existing. For me. You exist for me. God. Thank you all for that. A can of cool fruit juice suddenly presses itself against Lynn's cheek. And looks back and sees Cheetah grinning at her, waving a pack of snacks she's squirreled away for a moment like this. Yo! Nice! Don't be so gloomy, Lynn. Frostfall is the home of 4-4, which means we're all essential to it. Baseball, huh? Just like how you can't leave us, we can't leave you either. That's right. We're only able to handle difficult missions because we have you around. Whether in the past, present, or future, we'll always fight side by side. Yep. In order to celebrate yet another perfectly completed mission, let's throw a party when we get back to base. Correction. It will be an after-crisis review meeting. Fortunately, the gold chip that Leader and Cheetah brought back is worth quite some money. Yo! Stealing, let's go! Indeed. Not only have we solved our current financial emergency, I've also managed to come up with a promising action plan for the future. With Tololo's observation skills, the support from Cheetah's items, Lynn's combat powder, and my planning ability, we managed to demonstrate exceptional results in rescuing the hostages and have proven that we can handle similar tasks of the same kind in the future. I believe that Frostfall Squad's reputation will soon spread far and wide. Send him a doubt. The communicator rings. Upon seeing the name on it, UJ smiles. It's from Miss Hellion. Let's take it together. The 4 members of Frostfall Squad look at each other and smile. Then, as one, they press the receive button. As the helicopter rises through the last of the collapsed particle clouds, a warm light of dawn shines on their faces. This is Frostfall Squad. No, we don't get to see Hellion! Mission complete. We're heading home. We don't get to see Hellion! No! I wanted to see Hellion one last time! That turned the event from a 10 out of 10 to a 2 out of 10. I want my hag! I guess we can do supply mode. The reason we're doing supply mode is because I maxed out my tickets. So let's, you know what? We're yapping for the rest of the stream. It's yap time! The problem is I exhausted my yapping subjects. I already yapped about flugelhorns and the collapse of modern society. I already yapped about work today. I already yapped about my Drive 2011 home today. I could yap about tomorrow. Karaoke night tomorrow. I'm gonna be more drunk tomorrow than I am today. Because karaoke night, y'all know me in karaoke night. I go fucking ape shit. I just go wild in the Discord and call it good. And I think it's gonna be fun. Why did you put the gun away? Lynn, please, you didn't put it away in that one animation. Oh, it's fine. We'll fix it in baseball. But tomorrow in the Discord, we're gonna be watching Formula 1, and it's gonna be fun because they're in Brazil. Brazil has one of the best racetracks in the world, hands down, full stop. That's not even a debate. That's just a proven objective fact. And also, after that is gonna be Perea Simone's birthday stream. So I'm gonna be hanging out in his stream, asking the stupidest questions for his Q&A, because he's doing a Q&A, i.e. a reverse quiz show. And I encourage you all to show up and also ask your really silly questions, and I think it's gonna be funny. He wanted people to leave questions on his Twitter, but I don't have a Twitter. And we're gonna expose him to what being a live streamer is like by making him do it live. And it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be great, at least. It's gonna be one of the few times that I've actually participated in someone else's birthday event stream. Normally, when I'm in a birthday stream, I take a backseat. That's not true. That's not true. I forgot her name. But a streamer I used to follow. This was long before I started streaming. She did one of her birthday subathons, and I was there for it. From 8 a.m. to whenever it ended that day, I managed to drink a full 750 milliliter bottle of tequila through the whole stream. The stream was at least 10 hours long, and I was there for the whole thing. In fact, she even invited me on stream, as well as several others, for a party game on Jackbox. I do not remember her name, but I do remember it being a great time. So, birthday streams, when done right, can be very fun. A lot of Corpo birthday streams are just a concert, which honestly is fine. I really appreciate it when people really do unique and fun things for their birthday streams, or just major events in general. Now, the tricky part about that is not everyone is capable of doing something goofy and unique for their streams. Like my quiz show, for example, I came up with that idea, and I'm all like, you know what, fuck it, I'm doing a quiz show, it'll be funny. And I think it turned out okay. I like my quiz show idea. In fact, I'm already trying to make questions for next year. I have 3 questions ready. I could have had more, but I really should. I forgot to note them. So I hope they come back to me in time so I can re-note them. So in total, I need 28 questions to keep it going. And I have a whole year to come up with that many questions about myself. And a lot of the questions, I think, for next year are gonna pertain to shit that has happened on stream. Ness is thinking scary. Listen, I do that sometimes, and yes, it can be scary. However, all of the dumb ideas I've ever had and I've employed on stream, like this, are the result of me thinking. And while financially it may not be a good idea, it's fun as hell as I fail to cycle this thing back. God damn it. There we go. I can't even operate a plastic fake gun because I'm drunk and I'm wearing gloves. No glove, no love. That's how it works, right? Anyway, basically what I'm trying to say is that this holiday season, I'm gonna look into Black Friday deals, and I might actually get something for myself. It may not be a flugelhorn. It may be something else. I don't know. But if any of y'all want to get me something for Christmas, I did update my throne with a lot more relatively cheaper gifts. And in this economy, that's not saying much. In my opinion, these gifts are still pretty expensive, so don't worry about it. But I also think $10 is expensive. Like, if you think... I'm the kind of person that goes to a restaurant and I look at the menu and all of the menu items are between $10 and $20 and I'm all like, shit, this is expensive. And then I turn the page and I see all of the $20 plus menu items and I'm all like, fuck me. This is breaking the bank. I can't afford this shit. Even though I can. Mentally, I feel like I can't. That's how I was raised. So, I then turn the page back and I'm all like, well, shit. I guess I'm getting this $11 whatever it is. It doesn't sound like much, but it's something, I guess. And then they bring it out, and it's on this ginormous plate, and it's enough to feed me for like 3 days. And I'm all like, damn. Okay, maybe $11 for this was alright. And that happens every fucking time. That is the benefits of being only 5.07 pineapples tall. I'm fucking tiny, so American serving sizes keep me fed for a very long time. And it's wonderful. After the stream, I feel like eating an MRE. I don't think I should. I think I'm just gonna crack open something else instead. But I'm hungry. I ate lunch today. I actually ate my lunch today. Please, hold your applause. But that was to prepare for this stream, actually. I knew that if I didn't eat lunch, I wouldn't be ready for this stream, so I stuffed my face for lunch. And all I could think about was revealing my AA-12 on stream, because I fucking love this thing. This thing is too much fun to shoot. It's a fucking airsoft AA-12 with all the functionality of a real AA-12, minus the bolt action, well, not even bolt action, but literal bolt action of the bolt as it cycles. It doesn't cycle. But it's still fun to absolutely shred some glass bottles in the backyard because this thing lays down plastic BBs like it's nothing. And it's not nothing. It's a lot of plastic BBs. This thing fucks. In fact, I'm pretty sure this particular airsoft gun is banned at a lot of airsoft fields for being too overpowered. It's like, how is this overpowered? This actually fires at a lower FPS than American standard because in Japan, the airsoft standards are that the muzzle velocity must be less than 1 joule. So this actually fires at a significantly lower muzzle velocity than most American airsoft guns. I should stop posting in Discords while on alcohol. Motherfucker, are you even posting in my server? I can't check it because I'm in game. Wait, I have mobile. Wait, no, my phone work. I'm wearing gloves. I can't check my phone. I'll check it after stream. Don't you worry about it. You see, here's the thing. Personally, when on alcohol, I try not to use other Discord servers. That, unfortunately, has failed me in the past. But I'll post in my own server while drunk because it's my own damn server. I should post more in Discords while on alcohol. Don't fucking try it, dude. You're already really high up on the increasing punishment levels. The next timeout's gonna be 72 hours, and it's only gonna increase from there. Like, bruh, please. I don't want to do this, but I'll do what I must. Freaking, I try not to enforce punishments until I feel it's necessary, and you have taken me past the edge of that. You forced my hand. And now I'm flipping this to full auto and mag dumping all 3,000 rounds. No, I'm not. This thing doesn't even have a battery in it. But anyway, that's the challenge modes of the event. Very cool. Well, no, that's the supply modes of the event. Let's go ahead and burn the rest of our tickets. Very cool. What's in the shop? Oh. Okay, that's pretty neat. Let's take that. Very cool. Let's take the sights. Very cool. What else is there? Let's take the limited edition stuff. Like the keys. We'll take the keys. And then after that, after limited priority stuff, is stuff that's really hard to get, like cores. And with that, we're out of funds. But when we come back, the shop will be much more depleted. Until then, we still got some time. Let's go do the first Lind lore. I'm curious what her lore is like. I would like to Lind lore the Lind lore. So let's go ahead and go to Lind, who is very, 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 very cute, and give her some gifts, and so we can do her lore. Okay. Sugar Radio 1. Here we go. Late at night in the Yellow Zone. Top of the deck of the Elmo. About time I headed back. A gale sweeps over the Elmo's deck, picking up an abundance of dust into the air. A red signal light faintly glows in the darkness, heralding the approaching collapse storm. Uh-oh. But as I turn around and place a foot on the hydraulic lift platform ready to leave, I spot a familiar figure in the night. She's dead. That's me whenever I try to go to bed. For those who don't know, I have onset insomnia. Basically, when I lay down in bed, I can't fall asleep. And lately, I've been having trouble staying asleep. Not helped by my cat waking me up at 4 in the morning due to daylight savings time, but that's besides the point. The point is, I look like this. It's Lind. She doesn't seem to have noticed me yet, judging by how she's swaying and wobbling like that as she walks up to me. I finally notice how her dark circles seem worse than usual. Her pupils appear to be out of focus, looking as if they're malfunctioning. Lind, the cloud storm's about to catch us. We should head back. Weak moonlight illuminates her body, providing just enough light to discern how bad her condition is. Though night crowds close around us. He does not speak. Lind reaches out and grabs the hem of my clothes as if she was acting on instinct, stopping me from saying anything more. Actually, point is... It is point. I'll point this, point grab. After a brief exchange of glances, Lind lowers her head and drops right down in front of me. He's dead. Got it? What's going on? I squat down and check on Lind. Luckily, she doesn't seem to have completely fallen unconscious yet. Lind looks at me with her eyes half closed. Her mouth opens and closes as if intending to speak, but she isn't able to utter a single word. I see. You want this, right? I understand her implicitly. I take out the chocolate I have in my pocket, unwrap it, and place it in her mouth. That's real bonding right there, honestly. Okay, life hack. When your girl's on her period, go out to the grocery store and spend the money on exquisite fancy milk chocolate or dark chocolate, her preference. Discreetly ask her preference beforehand. Objectively speaking, dark chocolate's better, but milk chocolate will do just fine if she prefers that. Thank me later. Finally starts to slowly open her eyes after eating the chocolate. Are you even a doll? This doesn't seem like something that would happen to a doll at all. It's not strange for a human with hypoglycemia to be like this, but... it's you, Commander. Were you hoping for someone different? No, it's the other way around. Aww. Ew, dark chocolate? Motherfucker, I love dark chocolate. I prefer... If you hand me 2 chocolate bars, 1 milk, 1 dark, I will take the dark. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to taste, I prefer milk chocolate, but when it comes to satisfaction, I prefer dark chocolate. For some reason, eating dark chocolate makes me happier than eating milk chocolate. I don't understand why. I like the taste of milk chocolate more, but I prefer eating dark chocolate because eating it makes me feel better for some reason. I try to avoid both of them, but I'd prefer dark chocolate. I thought I was dreaming of something that I kept thinking about throughout the day. Then sluggishly mumbles about something quietly to herself, carrying the expression of someone who had just woken up. Baseball, huh? No, it's nothing. Aren't you gonna say something? About why you came up on the Elmo's top deck at midnight just to keel over and faint? No, I don't think I will. A silent treatment again. Is she staying silent because it's difficult for her to tell me? Or is it just because she isn't conscious enough yet? Never mind. I can kind of guess what it is even if you don't tell me about it. I hand her another piece of chocolate as I talk. Aww! Commander knows how to get her to open up, holy shit. This isn't some kind of high-end chocolate. It's the kind that's filled to the brim with sugar. I don't imagine that many dolls aside from Lind will enjoy this. Your sugar addiction's acting up, I see. Heck? Why do you ask if you already know? Despite her body and spirit faltering without her sugar fix, Lind's expression and tone remained moody as usual. Right on the mark. I needed a sugar fix, but I wasn't able to find any sweets. But I came up to the deck to enjoy the wind and take my mind off of things. Well, your mind definitely shut down, that's for sure. I didn't expect things to be this bad, and I nearly crashed. And you happened to show up. Thought I was dreaming for a moment. Thought I was back at Griffin. Do you miss our time in Griffin? I would say so. At least, I could tune into the late-night radio's confession office back then. That was a great soul-soothing show. A gust of wind blows through our hair. I can see a wistful expression on Lynn's face. Let's go back for starters. A collapse storm's heading our way, and the sooner we go back to the Elmo, the better. Yeah. I return to the hydraulic lift platform with Lind. So, what triggered your sudden need for a sugar fix? Commander, how do you feel when you consume sweets, as a human? There's something else I'm supposed to feel other than the sensation of sweetness? Really? I know it's you we're talking about here, but wouldn't you also feel some joy in eating sweets? A little bit. Sugar intake increases the release of dopamine, resulting in the feelings of pleasure that help alleviate anxiety. Does this apply to dolls as well? As a doll made for use in clinical trials, I have a feature-complete brain structure to the extent that I could be used in psychiatry experiments. That's deep. No wonder I like you. Anyway, pain triggers the release of endorphins. A different pathway compared to sugar and dopamine, but it brings pleasure as well. Sweetness? Sure, though I'm pretty salty. Do you mean prefer saltiness? Or pretty saltiness, as in if I took a canister of salt and poured it on me, you would prefer that? Either way, when it comes to flavors, I try to avoid salt when I can. I nearly forgot Lynn's past from before she became a T-doll. Because of that, she was made to recall such an unpleasant memory, which were used to remind me. Sorry to have made you recall such unpleasant memories. Makes me even more disgusted to hear a serious apology when I'm trying to explain things in a proper way. Mood! Aww. Wrong dialogue option. I feel it. I fucking feel it. And don't look at me with such compassionate pity! He's blushing! Oh my god! It's just a job. I don't mind it that much. Besides, I became used to the pain in that period of time. I understand your frustration. You deserve a head pat. Was that when you developed the sugar addiction? Probably not wrong to put it that way. After all, I became somewhat numb to both pain and dopamine. I still needed some kind of way to alleviate my anxiety. She turns her head away from me as she speaks. Hydraulic lift platform brings us back to the Elmo's interior. I decide to accompany Lynn back to her room out of concern. Does this mean that you're feeling very anxious at the moment? Eh? If you're used to eating sweets in order to relieve your anxiety like you mentioned, if you came out to forage for sweets because you remained unsatisfied after finishing everything you had in storage, according to your explanations, you must be suffering from lots of anxiety, right? Lynn's expression turns to embarrassment upon hearing what I say, but it quickly changes to a look of someone who gave up after their plans were exposed. Fine. I'll just give it to you straight. I did, in fact, stew in my anxiety uselessly late into the night, and then I nearly fainted after failing to find any way to relieve it. Damn. How did you deal with this in the past? Did you have any other outlets aside from getting a sugar fix? Lynn lets out a sigh. I'd probably feel better if that late-night radio show was still around. You mean the Confession Office radio show back in Rift? Know about it too? After the late-night radio show ended, I kept trying to find a replacement. Sadly, nothing really lives up to it. Lynn shakes her head. You reach the door to Lynn's room as we're talking. Alright, then for today, I'll just... If you really can't find a replacement, why not reboot the show yourself? I give Lynn my suggestion before she even opens the door. Reboot? Fine, I'll do it myself. But Griffin is already... I know. Which is why you can just name and run it from the Elmo. As for the host, why not give it a try yourself? Eh? Hold on. Wait a minute. Commander, this is way too spontaneous, and also... Lynn starts to panic. Remembering that she nearly fainted due to lack of sugar just a short while ago, I quickly unwrap a lollipop and shove it into her mouth! Suck on this, pants grab! I'll help you out. Or do you not want to do it? She's taken aback at the sudden suggestion, but I don't know if it's a lollipop or because she's looking forward to having the show back. She looks much more excited now. Not that I don't want to, it's just that... All good then. I open the door for her and watch her walk inside with a bit of a dazed expression on her face, then proceed to close the door. Alright, good night, Lynn. That was adorable. I like this one. Holy crap, that was good. That was nice. I really like that. I'm glad we got Lynn, but we're not done yet. But we're done with stream for the day. Just for the day. I think that was enough for today. Once again, it sucks that technical issues plagued me for the first time in a while. It was way beyond my control. I don't know what happened with the connection. I'm glad I was able to stream today, honestly. If I couldn't stream after that, I would actually be pissed, and I would stream for a long time on Saturday. We're not streaming tomorrow. No stream tomorrow. No stream tomorrow. I can't. I fucking can't. I'm gonna take tomorrow, where I'm gonna be in the Discord tomorrow, don't you worry. I'll have the stream schedule up. Don't you worry, the stream schedule will be up. And next week, I'll just tell you the schedule now. I plan on doing trumpet practice on Monday, Mario and Luigi on Wednesday, Girls Frontline on Friday, look forward to that one. And on Saturday, we're doing a cheese collab. We're going hard next week. And it's gonna be fun. Or at least I'm gonna hope it's fun. Like, it is what it is. In any case, who do I raid? Who's online right now? We already raided Peachy Meow. We can raid Grimm's playing Alan Wake 2. Okay. We've raided Grimm before, so Grimm is a friend of Meech's. That's not allowed, what the fuck? Bitch? I have an AA-12. You don't get to tell me what is and isn't allowed right now, mister. In any case, we're gonna go ahead and say hi to Grimm585. He plays video games. He's a friend of Meech, and while I don't know him very well, we can change that. Let's go ahead and raid Grimm585. Ta-da! So he's doing Alan Wake 2 right now. I've never played Alan Wake 2. That's the fun part. Shoot! In any case, I will catch you all next week for everything I just mentioned about the schedule. If you want to keep up with more events with me in this weekend, feel free to join my Discord if you haven't already. The only way in is that link in chat right there. Click it. The link down below chat is broken and there's no other way in unless someone else invites you. Until then, I'll catch you all next week. Thanks for sticking around through the tech issues. And I'm gonna go sober up and do everything in my power not to just dry fire this into the night. Like, it's dark out. I'm hungry. I'm gonna take care of myself. Thanks for coming. I'll catch y'all next time. Cheers, mates.